Hello everybody and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons! We got a letter from Pinky, my BFF Steven. It's, you know, really, really hard sometimes to tell someone how you feel. Face to face, I mean. So I decided to put my feelings in a letter. Here goes. I'm happy you're my friend. Aww. I mean, yeah, I definitely can feel that. It can be really difficult to talk about how you're feeling. Not even just face to face, just generally talking about how you're feeling. That can be really difficult. We do have Crazy Red here. I'm going to try to deal with Red this morning. You definitely notice it's early morning, which means today's going to be a two-parter day. I have had a night. So I was feeling just kind of blah last night. And then started feeling tired around, like, I think it was around 9. I started feeling, like, really tired. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna sleep. Feeling super tired, I'm just asleep. Woke up at midnight. I've been awake since. So, yeah. That's fun. I did end up using some of my time kind of productively in recording a video I've wanted to record for a while, but I'm waiting to get feedback from a very trusted friend first before I basically re-upload it again as a final thing with probably a thumbnail, because I don't trust YouTube to give me a good auto-generated thumbnail. I just don't. I mean, the auto-generated thumbnail for it already is very much not fitting, you know. So I'll get to try my hand at thumbnail making, so that'll be fun. That's if they don't find things that they're like, hey, you should redo this, or do this differently, or say this differently. But yeah, Frisk, why are you getting into things? No, stop. No. How about you be good? I'm busy doing things, and you're over there knocking things down because you can. But yeah, you guys will probably see the video I'm referencing at some point, and you'll know it when it's released. I'll just say that much. You'll know it. You'll know it. Let's try to find some things to actually ramble about in-game this morning. I am very tired. Oh, so laying down for a nap, which is why I'm like, yeah, I should probably, like, record some morning stuff. Peanut, make yourself comfy, Pinecone. Wanna chat? The other day I fell into a pit, and it took all morning to climb back out. Half my day was ruined. I decided that it might cheer me up to try fishing for a while, Pinecone. Right away I caught this giant fish. A lucky break seems even better if things haven't been going well. Oh, that is very fair. But, yeah. Can't think of things to ramble about. This is the problem with having been awake for kind of just so long. Like, I've only had, like, 2 hours of sleep, really. Hang out. I'll have to wait till after I'm done making this tasty mess. What you making? I got hit by a monster I was craving earlier, so I decided to make myself some mushroom pizza. Alright. Ooh, she picked up the catchphrase of Acorn. Alright, let's learn how to mushroom pizza. Wow, my inventory is like stupidly full already. I mean, that clears the space. I should have room for everything. I hope. I am really struggling to stay awake, so I might... Hey, Simon. I might cut, like, the daily routine in half. Oh, is Dig running into you, Steven? How's things? Let's chat. You get up early, huh? I'm still real sleepy. Nah, I woke up last night. Oh, jeez. Hey, Nooklings. What do you got for me today? I really need to, like, also only nap for a short amount of time. Because I would not want to, like, get my body wanting to nap, like, until past noon. Because then streaming will be awkward. A little shopping, eh? Slay is dead. You're just casually stopping in a store and fall in love with something. And then you have to buy it. It's the only way to shop. Or you could just go in for the things you want, buy the things you want, and that's about it. Okay, 124. Alright. We'll see what the afternoon has. Gotta buy a bunny day tree. I'll buy it. That actually gives me something that I can put in place of the frozen tree. So that's convenient for now. I'll need to replace this too, but you know. Oh, if I could stop yawning, that would be amazing. Ugh. This is what happens when, like, I wake up from not sleeping long, make mostly an anxiety-fueled video, and then, like, as I'm finally starting to just relax, it's like, well, it's kind of late to sleep, so I need to, like, basically me-proof today, by, you know, recording the morning section now, so I know what the morning turnip prices are. Alright, I already put the tree down. Yo, Sheldon. You like reactions, right? Watch this. Achoo! Yeah, that's quite a sneeze. Hope it didn't scare you. Some think sneezing is contagious. But what if it's not true? But that's not true, right? Why are you making that face, Cardio? Hey, achoo! Ooh, something like a good sneeze. See for yourself with a sneezing reaction. I don't like sneezing. Like, I don't like it at all. Which I know is a very, like, weird way of looking at it. But, like, I don't like sneezing. Though, usually it's because sneezing tends to be correlated with, like, getting sick. So, there's our money rock. Alright. I think I'm just gonna head straight for Crazy Red. And we're gonna see what Crazy Red's got, what he's got going on. And then I think I'm gonna, like, do a jump cut. Because I am feeling very exhausted in a way I have not felt for a while now. It was like last month I felt this tired, but you know, ignore that. Okay, right, the vines are over here. I really need to get like something set up so I can just climb down onto the red beach. Red's even open yet. He may not be open yet. I don't know how Red works in this game. I know he used to open at like 9. So he may not even be open. I might have to like remind myself to do Crazy Red stuff later. I mean, there is smoke coming out of his boat. There's quite a lot of smoke. I feel like his boat might actually be on fire. But that's fine. That's just, it's just how it is. Ooh, he's also got some cola. Alright. So what do you got today, Red? Alright, I'm gonna start with the... I'm pretty sure the fact that it has an earring makes it fake. I'm gonna start with the statue. Oh. Yeah, the big earring means it's fake. Okay. So... paintings. We got a boat. Where's that painting? Glowing painting is always real. Okay, so the boat is always real. Good. Red Nose not to disappoint me with boats. Okay, so that's fake because it doesn't have the doodad. Alright, sleeping lady. What we got sleeping lady? Sleeping lady's always real. Well, I want to buy the boat. I'm buying the boat painting because it's got a lot of boat. I like boat. I don't know if you know that about me, but I like boats. So, buying the boat. Proud owner of the glowing painting. That gives us a Nook Miles thing? Probably spin bells. Yeah, spin bells, buy items. Oh, we have another thing. True patron of the arts. We're a discerning aficionado. Sounds very fancy. Okay, I'm going to do a jump cut here, and I'm going to meet you guys back outside my house later today, because I am tired, so I won't regret it. Oh no, the rain has followed me into game now, too. Well, it looks like we're going to have a lot of flowers to dig up tomorrow. Hey, there's a weed here. Yeah, second part of today now. I might do some fishing, because there's the Colosanth can show up in the rain. I do actually have a couple things to, like, kind of ramble about. And it's more just things of, like, I have questions about just things. Did I find the money rock today? I feel like I did. I'm going to assume I did. And I'm just going to go with that. Okay, so I get weirdly uncomfortable by wearing headphones when turning on whatever it is I'm turning on because of, like, the popping noise that the headphones will make from, like, the electrical currents being put through them. Does anyone else get that, or is that just a my brain is silly thing? Like, that, like, visceral popping of, like, the electrons passing through the cord and into the speakers of the earbuds, or even just a headset, like, it just really, like, my brain is like, no, do not like. I just kind of want to know if anyone else is, like, that same way. Where, like, you're just like, nah, I can't wear headphones when turning things on. 'Twas sharp, scavenger. I was on the beach and started thinking about all that water and salt. And a rad recipe idea hit me. It may not be life-changing or whatever, but it's still pretty good. Well, from here, it's all you. I'm out. Charlize? Tomatoes al something. Tomatoes al agilo? Tomatoes. He's got some tomatoes going on. But, yeah, like... Whoops. Did not mean to do that. I know I've talked about this before, but that's one thing I kind of dislike about this game is that you can pluck flowers like that. Like, just let me pick up the whole flower or not at all. Don't do anything in between. I don't need anything in between. Like, I could, like, on a basically the same rotation as crops, run around the entire island, plucking every flower, and have, like, a decent profit by the end of it. But I'm not interested in that. I want my flowers to be here and look pretty. That's what I want. That's what I want out of them. And I suppose, like, another thing I can kind of ramble about is, like, I'm trying to think of how to... My brain has a topic. I just can't think of how to brain the topic. Oh no, I need to think of something else. Penguins. Those are pretty cool. Penguins are great. Like, they walk around, they bap each other on the back of the head. Like, it's pretty funny. I love penguins, man. They're like one of my favorite animals. I don't know if I'd say they're my favorite animal anymore. For a while they used to be. Oh, that's like over the river. Okay. So I'll just wait like right here. Right. T-shirts. So you know that Kirby t-shirt I've got. It's pretty nice. It's got Kerbo on it. And I do like Kerbo. Kerbo says Pollo and everybody claps. That's just how Kerbo is. But, it's got the little Kirby on the front. It's got a big Kirby on the back. And I don't know why shirts do that. Like, maybe this is just a me thing. But, like, when I wear something, I wear it for me. Like, I'm wearing this hoodie because I wanted to wear this hoodie today. And, like, all the Kerbos on the front, I can look down and see Kerbo. There's 6 of them. I can count. It's great. Wait. Oh. But that takes up inventory space. I just want to see what's here. There we go. Like, I don't overly care. Good. Like, what other people see my outfit as, like, I just really don't care. Like, I'm wearing it for me. If I wanted to wear an outfit for somebody else, well, I'd probably be wearing crap I would never wear. Honestly, I'd probably be dressed up like this or something, as people would do, you know, unless it really be a case of like, man, just wear jeans. Which, like, I've explained before, I can't wear, so, you know, make your usual round, Stevens? Or is this a special visit? It's always a special visit to come see you two. But, like, it does kind of annoy me, and I've honestly been tempted to wear that t-shirt backwards just so that I can see the big Kirby. Like, I could understand putting the little Kirby on the back just so people know you're wearing a Kirby t-shirt. Why the big Kirby on the back? I want the big Kirby on the front. Because I like Kirby. Like... Which I know I kind of gushed over this before already, but like, Kirby Air Riders cannot wait. Like, if I needed a reason to get a Switch 2, and I didn't, Kirby Air Riders would have easily been that reason. Hey, Weber. Hey, it's Steven. I want to chat. Wonder if something fun will happen today. It could. Any old second. Anytime now. I'm so excited. That is very fair. It is a big fish. There's a bunny day recipe. I might try to catch the big fish, because it might be something. I can put my wetsuit back on and have more inventory space. To the luckiest, pluckiest finder of all, here's an egg recipe present just for wonderful old you. What kind of recipe could it be? What will it make? It's a hippity-skippity mystery. Gather up the eggs and craft it. It's a bunny day rug. And, like, a lot of shirts do that. And, like, a lot of them do tend to be, like, the cringy ones that, like, you see, like, basically grandparents wearing. Yeah, like the one with, like, the skeleton biker, and it's like, I'm not like, it's like, nah, man, come on. Or it'll be, like, cringy, trying to appeal to gamers stuff. Like, there's a few of, like, the clearly just trying to appeal to, like, gamers or stoners types of clothing where I'm like, yeah, I could see myself wearing that as a joke. Have I talked with Pinky yet today? I know I've talked with Diva and Caroline. Hey there, blah. Let's talk. To be totes honest, this is the time of day when I get the sleepiest. That is fair. I mean, it's around food time for me, so... You know, I tend to eat around 3, 4 if I'm not streaming during that. And I've been streaming longer lately, which I've been thoroughly enjoying. So. Hey, Cilantro. How's it going, man? True, if I knew you were coming, I'd have whipped up a few snacks. Wanna chat? The march of technology sure is something, ain't it? Have you seen the TVs they have now? They're half as thin as a piece of paper, and the picture? Wow. The images are so lifelike, it's like you could reach in and become part of what you're watching. You don't actually reach in, though. For all the bells and whistles, new TVs scratch just as easily as old ones. Are you kidding me? New TVs scratch so much easier than old TVs. You could probably, like, bash a CRT with a hammer, and you wouldn't even have a dent in the screen. You'd do that to a modern TV, thing's busted. It's done. It's over. That TV is never going to work again. Like, CRT TVs were built like tanks, and about as heavy as one. Like, I actually have a CRT TV in, like, the other side of the basement. I follow strict workout instructions at the gym, but in the kitchen, let's throw stuff together. It works. What is it? Glad you asked. I'm making some fruit salad. Yeah, I'm an athlete, right? Talked about it before. This is the fuel that keeps me strong. Whoa, my brain just flicked a sweet idea. I can give you the recipe. Alright, man, I'm pretty sure I've already got it, but I'll take it. It's all about the flavor, okay? Don't sweat the presentation. Yeah, that's how I cook, so... Well, I didn't know how to make fruit salad, I guess. You just take a bunch of fruit, throw it in a bowl. That's technically a fruit salad. But that's another ranting, rambling point I can go on. Okay, so there is a dish. I don't know how far-reaching this dish is, but it's at least around here. It's called macaroni salad. You would think, upon hearing that, if you've never heard of macaroni salad before, that what it is probably some macaroni mixed in with some lettuce, and maybe you're dressing on it, and, you know, it doesn't sound awful, but it sounds weird, that's for sure. No. No, it's just macaroni in, like, ranch dressing. Like, that's not a salad. Like, there'll be other things added into, but, like, that's not salad. Salad is a specific thing. Like, it's something, there's a streamer, I tend to watch his VODs, because I'm never on Twitch when he's streaming. Called Vinesauce, and he's done multiple videos where he basically is reviewing weird pizzas from around the world. He's an Italian-American, lives in New York, like, he knows his pizza. And he's brought this up many times, of at what point do you just stop calling it a pizza? And I'm kind of in that same camp when it comes to salads. Like, you can do some wild things with salad. You could take your lettuce, mix it with, like, candied pecans, various fruits, put on, like, the weirdest dressing you can find, and that's still a salad. Because it still contains the base ingredients of salad, which is lettuce and dressing. Though the dressing is optional. Lettuce is the primary component. Like, so at what point does a salad, at what point is a dish just something different? Like, I don't know what we would call basically what is currently, macaroni salad. I don't know what we would call that. But it isn't a salad, that is for sure. It's the same as, like, if you take a slice of bread, slather some ketchup on it, put a slice of cheese on it, and then throw it in the oven for, like, 30 seconds. That doesn't make it a pizza. That's just ketchup and cheese on toast. Like, we know what that is. There are some people who will call that a pizza, and you could call it a struggle pizza, and that's still technically correct, I suppose. But it's not pizza. I feel like we can agree on that. Because it lacks the base ingredients of pizza. It's lacking the pizza dough, it's lacking pizza sauce, but it does have cheese. It just, in this instance, has a slice of plasticky American cheese. 110. Ooh. Okay, tomorrow morning might be our last hope. Should get a fair few bells from this, though. Yeah, 43,000. And, like, it is a case of, like, really, you can call a thing whatever you want, but I feel like to call a thing something, it should at least include at least 2/3 of the base components. So, like, let's say you're making, I don't know, you make up a pizza dough, and then you throw on, you just bake up the pizza dough, and then you slice it, and then you put a cheeseburger in between, like everything for a cheeseburger in between. I would not call that a pizza burger, I would just call that a cheeseburger that's using pizza dough as its bun. I would not then call that a pizza. It's 2/3 cheeseburger. It's a cheeseburger. But now if you were to do that same thing, you cut the pizza small enough to use it as a bun, you put 2 of them together around a patty, but you cook the pizza dough with cheese, sauce, pepperoni, everything that makes it a pizza, and then you use that. That is a pizza burger. We just need to be a little more on the nose with things. Let's just pay off some of my loan. Let's do 5, 8, 8, 8. 8. Leaves me with 40,000. Pretty good number. I will pay off the rest of the loan before the end of the month. I could do it right now, but I'm lazy. Just get my rusted parts. I haven't been in here for a while. Nearly busted radio. Yeah, I'll take it. Phonograph. Got a cardboard box. And, like, I feel like I'm the crazy one whenever I talk about stuff like this. Because it's like, I know a lot of people that would be like, well, no, like, both instances of that would be a pizza burger because it involves pizza dough. It's like, yeah, but that's only 1/3 of a pizza. The base components of pizza. The base components of a pizza is dough, sauce, and cheese. That is a basic pizza. So, if you want to call something pizza adjacent, then it should at least include, you know, dough and sauce. But the dough is the primary thing. So if you just used pizza sauce and cheese on something, that doesn't automatically make that a pizza. In some instances, it can. Like if we go back to the bread example, if you put pizza sauce and cheese on a piece of bread and cook it like a pizza, then yeah, you could make the argument that is a pizza. Because now you're using 2 of the 3 ingredients that make a pizza. But that does take using pizza sauce instead of ketchup. We didn't get a single deep sea egg, but we can sure get fish and eggs. But yeah, like, man, I talk a lot about food. I just get very passionate about food. I think I've explained this before, but like I was the weird kid who would watch the cooking channel whenever we actually had cable. Like, I would just watch the cooking channel. And then for a while, when like analog singles were still a thing, like I had like a black and white TV with like an antenna on it that could pick up some basic channels. And I don't even remember what channels they were, but I know one of them from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. played cooking shows. And I had this little black and white TV like in my room, and I would just sit in my room and watch cooking shows. This was also like when I was like 16, 17. So like I'd have those on while I'm like at home also playing games on my computer, because I had a computer at that point. Wait, okay, yeah, those are the same egg. So it is a diving egg. I should really be like ocean fishing, because like what I kind of want is the Colossant, if I can get it. I should also like shake this tree. Kind of DIY idea. I got a yourself do it idea. Or yourself it do. Myself it be. Thyself is in a tree. I don't know what that was. In before someone makes the joke of that was a tin can stuff. Like, yeah, I'm aware of what I fished up. I was talking about what I was talking about. And I do have a little bit of, like, World of Tanks Blitz rambling to do. Because, they currently have a mission for just getting wins in German tanks. So I was like, fine, I will play a German tech line. And I've basically just been going down the Tiger line, with the E100. And I've gotten to the Tiger 1. Man, when that thing works, is it just kind of easy mode? Like, your front armor is so thick that at a decent, not even decent, just a slight angle, you basically become impenetrable to most guns of your own tier. You'll still be penetratable by guns of higher tier, and if people swap to gold ammo, but if they don't swap to that gold ammo, you're basically impenetrable. The front of your turret is also stupidly thick and only really vulnerable in a couple small places. You do have a commander's hatch to worry about, that's kind of big, but that's really about it, and that's not even the easiest target to hit. When the thing doesn't work, It's one of the most miserable experiences I've had in playing that game, though. Because, like, the thing is definitely, quote-unquote, balanced around its gun. And its gun is pretty good for its tier, especially once you get the upgraded gun. Like, you start with your maximum damage per minute. You just gain some pen from upgrading, and the pen you gain from upgrading it's pretty nice, especially for the tier. But when your gun doesn't work, in other words, when you're bottom tier, yeah, it's just kind of miserable, because everyone can punch through your armor like it's not even there, and even if you load the gold, you still can't do anything, and it's just kind of a miserable experience. It has taught me that even the worst player will probably have a 25% win rate. Because I've learned, if you lose 3 games in a row, the game puts you in a match against nothing but bots. And if you can't win at that point, there's no hope. The bots aren't the smartest. It can very much get into some really annoying situations. Because, the bots at tier 5, specifically, can have the KV-1 as their tank. A bot KV-1 will not shoot another bot KV-1. They will just not shoot a KV-1, period. Makes the KV-1 a bit of a seal clubber tank, because anytime you are faced with bots in KV-1s, you don't need to worry about that bot. It will never shoot you. They literally will aim above your tank. And I don't know why the game does it. It doesn't make sense. It's not even like they're trying to aim for a weak spot. Like, there's no weak spot on the top of the KV-1's turret. Like, I don't get it. This has apparently been like a pretty long-running bug, so. I've also seen it, because of this bug, fuel a bit of, oh, there's a Russian bias to the game, because Wargaming used to be based out of, I think it was Belarus, and as well as St. Petersburg, which is in Russia. Yeah, there's really no Russian bias to that game. If anything, there's a British bias. Like, tier for tier, the British tanks just tend to be better than everybody else's. Like, at the very least when it comes to guns. And firepower is kind of everything. Like, they tend to have some of the highest pen, with definitely the highest damage per minute. They don't generally have the highest damage per shot, but when they're getting 2 to 3 shots for every one of yours, yeah, that damage adds up pretty quickly. Their vehicles that have armor tend to have the best armor. Like, I believe I've ranted about this vehicle before. The AT-2 is the prime example of that. That is a tier 5 tank destroyer with 203 millimeters of frontal armor. I have not seen a tier 5 gun that is capable of penetrating 203 millimeters, even with gold ammo loaded. This thing is virtually unpenetratable from the front. It does have a few small weak spots. There's a commander's hatch. That's not a very big target. And if you can get to the sides of it or the rear, you can probably get through it. If you have more than 100 millimeters of pen, because if you don't, it has 100 mils of armor everywhere. There's also an upgrade you can buy to give it 3% more armor, meaning it goes from 203 and 100 to 209 and 103. May not sound like a big difference. Those few guns that can just barely get through you get through your sides. Yeah, they suddenly can't get through your sides anymore if they only just barely get through. And there's a fair few guns that can only just barely get through the sides of an AT-2. The thing is ludicrously overpowered. The AT-8, the tier 6, is almost as bad. It does run into some bigger guns. The AT-7 is finally remotely balanced to the point where at least most tanks can hit the 2 key and punch right through it. It can also now punch through itself without needing gold ammo. Like, it's ridiculous. The AT tanks are just ridiculous. So many DIY ideas. There's so many. Like, look at all these bunny day ideas. All these outfits. Yeah, so that's fruit salad. Ah, that's the tomato thing. Okay, can I just say, I don't understand the appeal of a cast iron frying pan. Like, they require so much upkeep to make sure that, like, mold doesn't grow in them. And, like, yeah, I get that, that people like them. But you know what I like? Just a non-stick pan. They work. And are perfectly safe and fine as long as you don't, like, use metal instruments inside them. Which you shouldn't be using a metal instrument to, like, stir things in a pan anyway. Like, I'd rather just have a non-stick pan. Because that's easier to clean. It can be cleaned without, like, quote-unquote ruining it. And, like, you don't need to constantly be treating it to make sure it doesn't rust. Because, like, call me crazy, but, like, I don't want to do extra work. Especially where, like, I don't see what the cast iron frying pan adds. I just don't. Like, what does it actually add to everything? Like, if it's just a case of, oh, you're cooking in basically the oils and greases from things you've cooked before, yeah, you can do that in a non-stick pan, too. There's nothing stopping you. The one benefit I can see to a cast iron pan is that you can put it in the oven. But, like, why not just use a dedicated, like, baking dish if you're putting something in the oven? Like, I just don't get it. I've never gotten it. Like, it's just kind of weird to me. But I feel like I should probably be ending this episode off soon, because I just realized I've been recording for like half an hour, and I'm pretty sure I recorded for like almost 20 minutes earlier today. Might not have been that long. I was very tired then. I'm still very tired now, because I only napped for a couple more hours. But it gave me enough energy to hopefully make it till like 8 tonight, so I can go to sleep then and hopefully wake up at a decent time. Man, I've just been rambling about a lot of stuff today. Let's see what we got here. Hey, it's Dory! Scalpel, forceps, fishhook. know if I've donated a Dory. But, yeah. I also feel like I really need to play more Monster Hunter Wilds at some point soon. I just have not played a huge amount of that game. Which is weird to me, because, like, I'm pretty sure I've rambled about this before, but I'm pretty sure the reason I'm not that into Wilds is just the forced story. And it's not even that, like, older games didn't have story to them, because they did. Like, Monster Hunter Rise had story. World had story. But you were part of it in a non-speaking role. Which made it much more bearable, because you fit what your character is better. Much that had been a Colasant, and I scared it away. Like, you're the hunter. You're not there to question things. You're there to basically hunt the monster. That's what you're there for. That's what you're doing. That's your job. Like, that is what you are paid to do. And that allowed you to basically, as I've made mention before, like that... Okay, I've already donated one. That allowed you to basically come up with your character's motivations yourself. Like, are you a mercenary who's just joined the expedition to the New World because you want money? Are you a fugitive running from the law and saw this as a good escape to basically, you know, reinvent yourself, and then you see the opportunity to become this big famous hunter, and well, now they can't arrest you. You know, are you the diligent hunter taking notes and, you know, doing your best to always, you know, are you trying to become an A-lister? You know, there's so much you could decide back then about, you know, the motivation of your character. It also made moments where you would just go, nah, I got better things to do. You could play that into your character, you know. Hunter, there's a monster rampaging around this area. It's like, alright, cool, but I want to make some armor, so I'll get to that. You know, it could just be your hunter's reaction to that. But you don't get that with Wilds. You don't even often get the opportunity between story quests to go, yeah, I want to not do that. Because, like, it just takes you straight from one quest into another, and it's auto-traveling you from place to place to hear characters talk about things that you probably don't care about. You know, like, I do want to like that game, and I'm really, really hopeful that, like, the expansion, when it comes, will not include much in the way of forced player story interaction. Let me finally make my own hunter. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then. And if you like this video, I'd like to ask, could you maybe hit the like button? And if you're not subscribed, could you maybe subscribe? Tell me it a lot. Thanks a bunch.